to my channel. That was a bit weird, but hi, my name is Emma. I hope you're all doing great. Today I have a fun little video. I wanted to do this because I wanted to show you what I got. So I wanted to share my current obsession, and that is with the SCINDAPSUS. I say current obsession. I have loved SCINDAPSUS plants from the very beginning, absolutely the very beginning, but I've recently started trying to collect SCINDAPSUS and get as many varieties as I possibly can. So it's sort of like a collecty thing rather than just I really like them plants. But I have loved them from the very beginning, and I mean the very beginning, because what was my first plant? Satin pothos. SCINDAPSUS Argyraeus, I think it's pronounced. I don't know, I don't speak Latin, but the like very average satin pothos, silver pothos sort of plant. This gorgeous beauty was my first plant, this exact one. And as you can see, it's doing all right. I've put it in this beautiful woman bust pot that I absolutely love. Sorry, I should probably censor it, but you know, it's the woman form. Don't need to worry about it. And it's not real, it's like a statue, it's art. Does that count? Anyways, absolutely love this plant. I am obsessed with like sort of dark green, velvety looking leaves. They're not quite velvety in actual texture, but I love that. And silver's my jewelry color. I don't really wear gold or anything like that, so any plants with silver on them are a piece of me. I absolutely love them. And so this sort of like silver freckling on here, it's perfect. Like, what more can you ask for in a plant? Easily one of my favorite plants. Here we go. So this is where the journey started, with this beautiful SCINDAPSUS silver pothos, satin pothos plant. My first baby. I actually have another one of the normal, typical satin pothos up on a high shelf, but it's got really, really long vines, and they're kind of like trailing across my window right now. I'll put a clip in, but I do not want to take that down because it just feels like way too much work, and it'll be way too much work to get it back up as well. So that's just gonna stay there. I've got another one here. You can see what I'm talking about here. This one has had a little bit of damage. I think it got some sun damage previously. It's got some brown tips on here, which isn't ideal, but like, it is what it is. Like, overall, it's a pretty happy camper. It's a pretty happy plant. Can't be too upset. It's got a couple growth points. I've propped this one loads of times. That's why it's not that long, because I'm a big fan of the chop and prop of it, because they're so easy. But that was my first SCINDAPSUS ever. My second ever SCINDAPSUS was, oh my goodness, another freaking heavy one. This SCINDAPSUS Pictus Exotica. So these ones have massive leaves. Like, look at the size of that leaf. It's absolutely huge. They're massive. It's like nearly the size of my head. So big. So nice. This one I have in pond at the minute. It needs water, but it's in pond, so it's basically a pot full of rocks, and that's why it's quite heavy. But these ones are very known for like their kind of huge pockets of silver. Instead of being freckled, it's more like big chunks of it around the middle, and obviously massive leaves. The leaves have gotten a bit smaller in time, and that's because it is trailing. I could, I suppose, bring it. Oh my goodness, is it trying to root in someone else's pot? Look, I just saw this. I think it was trying to root in someone else's pot, because this one's not in soil, so it was trying to steal nutrients from someone else. That's hilarious. I love that. But this one's got loads of growth points as well. As you can see, it's like a pretty large plant. Just doing its thing. Got fairly long vines. Longer than I thought. I kind of have it scrunched up on a shelf because that's what I've got space for at the minute, but it's pretty big. Even the like smaller leaves are pretty big, which is cool. I think it's commonly also called a Treubii, but I've seen it sold as that as well. I found when I had two of them, like a Treubii and an Exotica, that they were the same plant. So I'd call it an Exotica. I think different people just call it different things. I got this one ages ago as well. I've had it for a couple of years now, and it's just been great because they just grow. They grow without that much input from anyone. Like, they just are happy chilling, which is something that's really important to me because low maintenance plants make the life so much easier as a plant parent. Next up, getting into the like slightly more expensive ones, is this SCINDAPSUS Treubii Moonlight. Really quick editing Emma here. I learned after I filmed this video that it's pronounced Treubii. I should have known that, but I didn't, so sorry. Anytime I say Treubii, except for in the Exotica bit, I mean Treubii. So instead of the like speckly silver, these ones are more of like a streaky silver, if that makes sense. And this one's the Moonlight, I think, because it's got that nice silvery streak like the moon. These ones grow really well as well. It's got some pretty long runners on here. I'll probably end up cutting that off and propping it as wet sticks, because why not? They do take quite a while as wet sticks though, I found, to like root and grow new leaves. When they are leaves, like when your wet stick has a leaf on it, it grows quite well, but without any sort of leaves, it takes quite a while to grow. But I love this one. Anything called Moonlight is like right up my alley because I like the moon. I like silvery things. So this is a pretty one. This next one I got when I was kind of not like on a plant ban, but like trying not to buy plants because that's what I do. And I went into the Nunhead Garden Center, which had just opened up, and I saw it and I was like, there's no way I'm walking out of the store without it. So this is a Silver Ann pothos. Look at those leaves. So I got it because some of the leaves are like legitimately solid silver, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world because why wouldn't I want all silver leaves? I mean, since I've had it, it has grown a bit less silver, but I mean, that was gonna happen just because I can't give it quite as bright of light as they necessarily could at the sort of greenhouse or the growers or whatever. But that's fine. This one also has some runners. I really need to do something about this runner situation. So many of them have runners. But I love how these ones, the silver kind of concentrates at the tip of the leaf and kind of fades at the top. So they just, you get a big splotch and then it sort of fades up as you get closer to the like other side of the leaf, which is really cool. And this one's in my skull pot because skulls are fun. I want to try and give it a brighter place to live. Hopefully in the new flat I can do that because I want to try and get more silver again because that would be absolutely awesome. But we'll see. It's perfectly happy, so it's fine. That one also wasn't very expensive, the Silver Ann. You can get them for pretty cheap. A lot cheaper than the Treubii Moonlight because they're just more common. Going again further down the depths into expensive plants is this dark black beauty. So this is a SCINDAPSUS Treubii dark form, and like look how dark those leaves are. They are basically black. They're as black as some of my other black plants and they are so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. This little plant has just been living in my IKEA cabinet for a while and it's been doing okay in there. It's probably not the best place given it's producing as large leaves as before, so I can't really complain. It's probably fine. But I've noticed that the soil's been staying a bit wet on this one. I don't have to water it that much less than I would some of my other plants. So maybe I do need to change the soil out on this one, but so far it is pretty happy. It is a quite slow grower though. I've noticed that it takes quite a lot longer to grow than some of my other like SCINDAPSUS. I'm calling, that's the plural of SCINDAPSUS, SCINDAPSUS. Probably not really, it's probably SCINDAPSUS, but SCINDAPSUS sounds so much better, so I'm gonna use SCINDAPSUS. But yeah, this one cost me a pretty penny, but I am obsessed with it and I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with all of these, like, let's be honest, they are all perfect. For my birthday, I bought myself this SCINDAPSUS Jade Satin, and basically this one grows with just those like dark green velvety leaves without the silver splotches. So like not quite as like fancy and decadent as some of your other SCINDAPSUS, but still a gorgeous plant and sort of rounding out my collection. I want all of them, so I'm gonna get all of them. One day, I'm taking my time. I'm trying not to buy too many plants at the minute, so if I see one that I really love, I'll get it, but I'm not trying to actively searching for them, if that makes sense. Yeah, this one is doing okay. It's just a tiny little cutting and it's living in pond at the minute. You can see it's rooted very well. I mean, and there's other roots in here. Let's see if we can see any. There's some roots in there that you can see, but it's got like 2 growth points, I think. So there's like the main one up here, but then there's also one at the bottom down there. So I think it's happy. It's just living its little Jade Satin dream. And then next up, I got this one. So this is a SCINDAPSUS Silver Splash. It has this sort of, I don't know how to describe it. So like the other one's a bit more freckly. This is a bit more ombre-y. I don't know. It's just like a different type of speckly in the leaves. And this one, the leaves are a little bit bigger than the classic satin pothos. I got this one from Felicia and it was rooted already. But again, I have it in pond because I've just found that pond has been great lately. So they've even got a root growing out the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but there's roots in there somewhere, which I'm pretty happy with. It's doing well. And then the last one that I got, the most recent one, is this. This is a SCINDAPSUS Silver Hero, and it's like an entire leaf that's full silver, except for the tiny little bit in the middle, which is green. And I've just got this one propagating in perlite because it didn't have roots when I got it. I got it as an unrooted cutting, so I'm trying to get it to grow roots, which is good. It smells like plant. I don't know why I smelled it. It smelled, not in like a bad way, but in a planty way. See, this is why I like perlite. There's like bubbles of air in there. And like that's so good for the roots. And like it's got a good level of water. It's like up to here, but there's bubbles throughout, which the roots need in order to grow. So I love perlite propagation for that. But this one is my latest addition to my collection. I love it. So that's my current collection. Yeah, they're all amazing. I absolutely love them and I'm super happy with my collection. Like I said, I'm not gonna actively seek out new plants, but if they find me, I can buy them. That's how I'm treating my plant ban-ish thing. But there's a few that I really want, that are like on my wish list, that if I saw, I would probably try and snap up if they're a decent enough price. And that is a Silver Lady, which in my mind kind of looks like a inverted version of the SCINDAPSUS. So where the Argyraeus, whatever it's called, the like main satin pothos is mostly green with a little bit of silver, I feel like it's the other way around, where it's like kind of green freckles on a silvery leaf, if that makes sense. That's one of the ones that's on my list. I've seen a couple around, but it's just never been the right amount of money or like the right time. And then the other one is a platinum, which is similar in like it's very white, bright, like intense silvery leaf, which is my vibe. So those are the ones that I'm looking for in the future. If any of you have them and you want to trade, or like I could buy them off of you, let me know, reach out. I'm not looking, but... So yeah, that is my collection of SCINDAPSI. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up below. If you want to see like more of my like different types of plant collections, let me know, because I could do that with a couple of other types of plants, like Pothos or Monstera or Maranta, I don't know, whatever you want. Philodendron, let me know. I can make that happen for you. I can share my collections of specific things, because I do like to like collect specific things. Pokemon, I want to catch them all. So comment if that's something you'd like below, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!